Imagine dying young, betrayed by everyone, and left bedridden with a terminal illness, only for a literal god to say, "Oops, my bad, wanna retry life with cheat codes?" That is exactly what happens to Hiraku. And instead of wishing for riches, power, or a harem, my dude just says, I kinda just wanna farm. So guess what? God hands him the ultimate farming tool, yeets him into the most dangerous forest in the world, and suddenly this man is running life like he's playing Stardew Valley on hard mode. By the end, he is mayor of a booming super village filled with vampires, angels, elves, dragons, wolves, and even spiders that knit him clothes. Stick with me because we're going to break down how Hiraku turned from guy with no friends into god-tier farmer boss in 10 minutes. This is Honest 10. 10 facts, 0 fluff. Let's get into it. So Hiraku dies in his old world at just 39. His life was trash. Betrayal, disease, loneliness. Pretty depressive, if I do say so myself. This causes God to feel guilty, so he basically says, "Bro, that one's on me, let's fix it." Instead of asking for money or magic, Hiraku wishes for a chill farming life in the middle of nowhere. God's then like, "Bet, here's an almighty farming tool." This tool is basically Excalibur, but instead of slaying demons, it mows lawns, builds houses, and digs wells, and it can solo boss monsters. He spawns into the Forest of Death, a place where even dragons think twice about walking in. What? But Hiraku, he's just vibing. He's chopping trees, digging wells, and casually not dying. At first, Hiraku is pure survival mode. The man just got dropped into the wilderness with nothing but his cheat farming tool, and his priorities are surprisingly human. First problem, water. No rivers, no streams. Most characters would starve or panic. Hiraku? He just shrugs, digs straight down, and boom, underground spring. Problem solved. Next issue, food. Out of nowhere, a mutant rabbit lunges at him. For most newbies, that is instant trauma. No. Wait. For Hiraku, it's dinner. He kills it, cooks it, and suddenly, random monster attack turns into a solid lunch. Easy eats. But here's where it gets peak farming life. Instead of rushing to build weapons or walls, Hiraku's first big side quest is a luxury toilet. I'm talking ventilation system, wood cabin around it, the whole spa treatment outside. Forget dungeons or dragons, the man builds the world's fanciest bathroom before anything else. And honestly, respect. He's not just surviving, he is thriving. Every move feels both practical and hilarious. He's not just flexing power levels, he is flexing common sense. And before long, this fancy outhouse survivor turns into the farmer who builds a whole thriving village. Soon after, he meets these two scary wolves, except they're actually inferno wolves, apex predators. Instead of eating him, they accept his meat offering. Don't laugh.
Yeah, boy.
And one even gives birth in his hut. Congrats, Hiraku, you are now the proud uncle of a wolf family. He names them Kuro, Yuki, and the pups, Kuroichi, Kuroji, Kurozo, and Kuroyan. They guard his farm, hunt food, and become his ride or dies. This is the start of Hiraku's whole vibe. He doesn't just tame monsters, he befriends them. Even monsters are like, yeah, I'll chill with this farmer. The almighty tool is busted. One swing of an axe, instant lumber. One swing of a hoe, instant tilled soil. He builds a hut, fields, a wall to keep beasts out, and even a moat. And then, a giant spider shows up. Normally nightmare fuel, but this spider is chill. She spins clothes and curtains for him in exchange for potatoes. Hiraku names her Zabuton, because she likes sitting on cushions. Before you know it, Hiraku is not just surviving, he is inventing civilization. Bed? Check. Bath? Check. Bread? Check. This man is basically running a Minecraft server solo. One day, Hiraku finds a pale little girl trapped in the webs. Surprise, she's actually Rue, a vampire. At first, she bites him, romantic. Wow! But then, after sharing tomatoes from his farm, she decides to stick around. Soon after, Tia the angel shows up, claiming Rue has caused chaos back in town. Instead of killing each other, they just both move on. Hiraku, who originally wanted to avoid people, suddenly has two powerful roommates. And let's be real, he's not just farming veggies anymore, he's farming waifus. It doesn't stop there. A whole squad of high elves arrive. Homeless after war wiped out their village, they join him, bringing knowledge of blacksmithing and construction. Hiraku, who barely knew even what yeast was, now has wheat fields, rice paddies, and bread ovens. And then, because why the freak not, a dragon named Dorm started hanging out with them, drinking wine like it's a frat party. His wife and daughter eventually move in too.
まさかまたワイバーン。いや、ドラゴン。あの方は敵ではありません。お嬢様と奥様にございます。
ラスティスムーンです。グラッファルーンと申します。ごめんなさい。ついでに娘に槍を向けたフラチモネを抹殺しようとしてごめんなさい。よろしくお願いします。頑張ります。ドラゴン族さんですか?
By now, Hiraku's tiny dragon has turned into a booming settlement with wolves, vampires, angels, elves, spiders, dragons, and even dwarves and beastmen later on. The lonely farmer is now mayor of the most overpowered village ever. One guy's farm is now a multi-species neighborhood in the middle of the deadliest forest around. And here's the wild part, it actually works. No wars, no constant drama, no backstabbing kingdoms, just cooperation. They officially named the place Great Tree Village, and unanimously crowned Hiraku as the mayor. This dude went from building luxury outhouses to running a small-scale utopia. Now, normally this would be where the Demon Lord's army rolls up and says, "Nice farm, shame if we taxed it into the dirt." But Hiraku? He is built different. When the Demon Lord's general shows up, he straight up negotiates them down to a 10% harvest tax. That is laughably low compared to the usual 50 to 60% tithe that crushes other villages. And the craziest part? The demons agree. Why? Well, because they don't want smoke with the farmer who casually solos wyverns with a shovel. They take one look at Hiraku, remember the rumors, and decide it's easier and safer to let him cook. Literally. Hiraku hasn't just made a farm, he has built a thriving utopia in the most dangerous forest in the world.
子供が無事生まれたようで男の子だそうです。
おお、そうか。
有利は嫁にやらんぞ。どこへでもだ。
あの村と長く付き合っていくためにの。移住希望者？
ええ。ドライムちゃんが戦火で焼け出された人たちがいるって。移住者のために新しく村を作るのよ。いいですね。頑張りますよ。
By the end, Hiraku has everything. Wolves for protection, elves building houses, vampires researching medicine, angels patrolling, spiders making luxury clothing, dragons flexing their muscle as allies, and even dwarves brewing whiskey. And in the middle of it all, a farmer who just wanted peace and quiet, but ended up creating one of the most OP villages in anime history. He started alone, betrayed by life, but now he has family, friends, and a whole community. And all of it began because one man wished to farm. And that's 10. Farming life in another world explained in under 10 minutes. From terminal illness to the mayor of Monster Metropolis, Hiraku's story is proof that farming anime can actually go pretty hard. Worth the watch. I repeat, worth the watch. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button harder than Hiraku swings at them trees. Hit subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive. And drop a comment because I'm curious. If you got reincarnated with one cheat ability, what would you choose? The best answer gets a special prize. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!